This is Brent coming at you with yet another collaboration video. Rob and I geeking out over TVA activation and glute max activation. How are we going to progress these exercises? And we've come up with a method that not only progresses both, but combines them, which of course increases the efficiency of our programs as well. I'm going to have my friend Rob come out and help me demonstrate. Now I have to warn you guys ahead of time. I'm going to go ahead and apologize for Rob. He has to turn his back to you. This is just so he can demonstrate the exercise. You guys need to be able to see his hips and what's going on with his hips in reference to this wall. So let's talk about TVA activation to start. So we use the quadruped position a lot. Notice that he has his feet tucked. They're in nice alignment here, so his kinetic chain checkpoints are in line. Feet, knees, hips, nice straight spine. Now what you guys have probably started to notice is as soon as you start going through the progressions of TVA activation, right? They're drawn in. As soon as they start any of the marching or they start lifting legs, and you can go ahead and lift a leg here and show it, they start doing this shift this way. We don't want to shift this way. That takes everything out of alignment here. That's also failure of his external rotators and abductors in this hip to stabilize his hip. Regardless of whether that is part of our compensation pattern, we know that that is a common compensation pattern. We don't want to contribute or create one. We want to find a way to get this stable, as well as that shift in the spine isn't going to help us out either. So Rob has come up with this ingenious way of making sure we don't do this, and in the process has made this exercise incredibly hard. So what Rob does is he goes ahead and he takes this yoga block, and he's gonna, with this yoga block, you guys could use, anything you could find in the gym that's soft enough for somebody's knee to be able to handle. You just want to get their knee off the ground a little bit. Now what you're gonna see here is as soon as Rob shifts his pelvis back in a neutral position, and you guys can use that like martini glass cue I think I used in the first video, where it's like pretend there's a martini glass on your back, try to get level, don't shake. As soon as he did that, he had to abduct slightly at the hip, which is of course going to activate his abductors and external rotators, so we're good here, as well as his multifidi on this spine, on this side of his spine. So now he's nice and stable here. Cue the drawing in maneuver. I can keep him from shifting this way by just go, okay Rob, you're not allowed to touch the wall. The wall is there. If you feel it, you need to back off it, so don't lean into it. Now he's totally set up. And guys, believe it or not, just doing this is really hard. That little movement to take his knee off the ground, super, super hard. If I want to make it a little harder, I can just have him lift this foot. Right? And you can go into a little bit more triple flexion to get that foot off, or triple extension. Good. This is actually the final progression we'll show. You guys could go with keeping the foot on the ground. We could try this arm. Guys, don't try this arm. Same side, same leg, doesn't work out so well. We don't want anybody falling over. So you guys can work in some upper body stuff on this side. You can work in the lower body stuff on this side. So once again, show them that triple extension here. And then of course, Rob was showing me this exercise, right? And I'm going, wow, this is awesome. This is really, really tough. And I thought, well, you know what we should probably do? We should just probably add glute max activation to this and make it really, really tough. So that's what we did. So what Rob is going to do is he's going to move the block to his other knee now. He's going to do the exact same thing. I'm still going to keep him from shifting, except now he's not going to be trying to stay away from the wall so much this way as staying so that he can slightly feel the wall. That'll keep him from shifting towards me. And then what I'm going to have him do with this side, if you guys remember with the glute max, our overactive synergists are our erector spinae, which we know we already have out because of our position and the fact that he's going to draw in real hard. And then biceps femoris, which we're going to take out by having him extend his knee, flex his quad really, really hard. And then we have posterior fibers of adductor magnus. The way to get that out is by abducting into the wall a little bit. He can then go ahead and point his toe, go into plantar flexion for me, so we reinforce triple extension. So we have TVA activation with the quadruped, and now he's actually perfectly set up to go ahead and give me some nice hip extension, which of course is going to be great glute max activation. So if you've been working on TVA activation already, glute max activation already, this progression is a wonderful way to take it up a step, increase the need for stabilization, increase the need for coordination, All right, as well as get these two exercises together, which is going to make your program more efficient. Now, we did talk about a couple ways we could progress this. Rob's real fond of the half foam roll under the knee. Now, you guys could use the half foam roll under the knee for the TVA progression or the glute max progression. All right, so why don't you show the glute max activation progression? Good stuff. And you can see this just increases the need for stability, increases the need for coordination. Good. And then, of course, we could progress this farther by just doing something simple like add an ankle weight to this leg. And, of course, we could start with above the knee and then at the ankle and then, of course, increase weight over time. Guys, you could experiment with time on this, do this for 60 seconds on each side. You could do it for your reps of 12 to 20 repetitions on each side. Our normal activation stuff, you're going to do that 1 to 3 set range. Thank you very much, Rob. I know that was a tough video for you. Thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video.